Hello and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got Tonic's Discreet Drawer Gift Box die set to share with you. This is one of their showcase launches and it is really beautiful. It's got 29 dies inside and the finished little box measures 93mm by 93mm by 112mm, which equates to 3.6 inches by 3.6 inches by 4.4 inches. But you can see the component parts here, and the die cuts have got little decorative pieces inside, so there are plain panels here and then decorative panels that you can either cut in, or if you use them with these you can cut out and use them as a little layering panel to add on to the top. And this part here actually makes the lid, and you've got to cut 4 of these pieces out to make the box, and then the rest of this is either for the drawer or hinges, and then little layering flowers and little layering leaves as well. This one says Top Secret, so that's a debossing little die, and that looks really well on mirror card or satin card or something like that with a little bit of a shine off. It shows that up best. It says Top Secret, and this one says Shh. So there you are. I'm sure there's lots of different ways you could think of using those as well. I think you could probably even nip out that lily and add that to a card without this part on it. I'm not too sure, I haven't done it, but I think that would work as well. And then there are lots of little panels here and a square and different bits and pieces. So I have lots of other videos in my YouTube channel. I have lots coming up as well, and if you'd like to see all of those, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be kept up to date with everything. I hope you do enjoy watching. If you do, give me a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. I'd really love to know down below this video what you think and what type of videos you're enjoying. My affiliate links to everything that I use will be down below in the description of the video, so thank you very much to everybody who already uses those. I've actually gone ahead and picked out some card already, and I have assembled one of the panels here. I'll show you how to do it, but I just wanted to show you the colours that I've used first of all. I've used 300 GSM for the background, and then I've used rose pink in here, and then this is chrome silver on the top. Thought that was a really lovely combination. So as I said, I've got lots of these already cut. I'm just going to set this aside and bring in the pieces, and then we'll start. We're going to start off to make the lid first, so you'll need to take this die and cut it out twice, and then burnish all the score lines and fold lines. And then you can take this little die. I've actually cut this out in rose pink, and then I've used this one in silver, and I've backed that onto that, and that will go on here. So I needed 4 of those. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and I've burnished all the score lines as I said, and I'm going to glue these together just like that. All of these little glue tabs here get folded in, and then this one gets folded up, and this one up like that, and then this one backwards. So that one's a valley fold, and then a mountain fold again here, and then fold this one in. So it should actually look like this at the end. And then I have taken the little strip die, that's this tiny long one, and I've put that along here. Now what you're going to see next is an optical illusion. If you think you see pink there, you don't. Just pretend it's not there. I had a little mistake, so I went ahead and thought that those pieces needed glued on first, and they didn't, so just pretend you don't see that. Now take all of these little pieces and glue those little tabs together the whole way around. So these ones get glued on here. I put little pegs on all of those, and that sort of holds them in place while the glue's drying. So once the glue's dry, I can remove all of those, and now I can put glue on these bigger tabs just like that, and glue each one of those in behind here. So you just need to make sure that you've got that little line straight there. There's a gap here, but don't worry, that gets sorted out in the next stage. So there you are, just like that, and then you can work your way the whole way around like this. Now you can take this frame die, and that actually doesn't cut out these areas, so you can see that they're just little lines holding this part to this part, and when you cut it out, that's what you get there. And then these areas are very, very clearly marked where you would put on the pieces that I stupidly put on beforehand. So now I can go ahead and glue this on here. I'm just going to put glue all around the outside edges and attach that over the top. Then I'll add my last little piece on around here, and that probably would be best left until afterwards as well. It fits on here, but it would be easier if those panels weren't there. Now I've cut out this little square, and that goes on top, and that holds the whole thing together. And now at this stage it's better to go ahead and not jump the gun the way I did and add all the rest of the decorative panels on. So that one can go on there, and then the other pieces that I had cut out will go on here. And I can add some onto the top of that as well. That's it, all assembled properly now, and I really could have just either edited that out or started again or whatever, but I did want to show you that I make mistakes too. I rushed on ahead there without reading the instructions, and if a project is salvageable at all, I will salvage it. I don't like to throw anything out, so that worked okay, and it came all together fine in the end. So there it is. So now we're going to make up the little drawer. So I've taken this die and I've cut that out 4 times, and you can see there I've already burnished all the little score lines on the 4 of those. Then I have taken the die that fits right across there, that's this square one, and I'm going to attach the base part here to this little drawer unit, the drawer base the whole way around. So I'm just going to put glue on here. Now I'm not sure about the little compartment that this goes into, so I want to be sure that I've got this on the inside so that it doesn't take up any extra room at all on the outside. That's a safer way of just making sure your drawer is not any thicker or bigger than you actually need. So glue these little panels and attach them all to that. And then when I get that done, I'm going to get the 4 of those all on and then glue the side panels together too. So just work your way around like this, and then this piece will go up here. Next, you're going to take this little die and cut that out twice, and that then makes the little compartment that the drawer fits in. So I've got them both here, and you'll fold it in this orientation so that it looks, the profile is like that. And just leave this little tab and don't fold that back. There's no score line across here, so you just leave that like that for the moment anyway. And there's the little drawer, and now you've got your lid made up, and just flip that over, and then you see the way this is pointed out and it's sort of chamfered coming out the way. That's how you'll know the long edge will fit right across there. So you'll glue one on there and glue the other one just opposite that. The idea then is that you'll put the drawer in here and then glue this together, but don't glue it together until you try it and make sure, because it will actually depend on the thickness of the card that you've used. So set that down in there and then fold this over, and then that will give you a really good idea as to where you're going to just glue that together. So leave a little bit of room for it coming out and in. Now I've cut 4 of these out, and then I've gone with this panel and I've cut that out in the pink, and I've used this panel and this one together in the silver like I showed you at the start of the video, and I've glued those on top of there. So this is what it looks like from the back, and then the second panel on there, and I'm just going to glue that directly on top, and then we'll add all of these together, and that'll make the little box. So when you're gluing these pieces together, don't forget to pop them down in, and then you can actually have a little look in from below here, and you can see where this piece just folds over. And when that folds over there, you can put a little peg on it, just like that. Check that it's aligned. If it's not, push it down in until it is, just like that. And do that on all four sides, and then just let it sit for a minute or two until the glue is really, really well dried on it. While the glue is drying on that, and you want to make sure that that is really, really solid before you put the lid into it, you can take the base and then these four hinges and just glue the hinges onto here. They're actually sort of glue tabs rather than hinges, but you'll put the four of them right around the outside of this. Just while I'm doing this, you can have a little think and let me know down below in the comments if you had made a little mistake in that. Would you just have left the project? Would you have thrown that bit out and started again, or would you have done what I did? I'm curious to know, because I don't like to waste anything, and I'm presuming that most crafters are the same, but I just don't know. I don't know what you're like, so let me know. Now you just turn that over, put glue around the glue tabs here, and push this down in so that it's not visible from these sides here. So you just want to make sure that the base of it is level with this part. Now, I had cut the little panels out for there, and I didn't put them the whole way around because I'm not too sure if that would make it just too tight. So I've just put one on the front and the back of the drawer, but you can decide. It depends on the thickness of the drawer or the thickness of the card, just whatever. That might actually be really nice. I might try it, but I'm scared of just making it too thick. But that would be lovely. And just pop it down in there. I think that's really, really pretty, and I really love the colours. If you have a little look, whenever you lift this out, you can see that only goes down part of the way, so there's actually still room in the little box down at the bottom to put something else in, and then this is like just a little secret compartment in here too. It is really, really beautifully styled. Gorgeous, and I love those colours. Now there's a little flower and two little flowers and two little leaves in it, and I'm not even sure that this really needs it, but I'm going to put it on anyway. So I've got the bigger flower. I'm only going to use one, I think. Bigger flower there. This is it turned over so it's face down, and then I'm going to press down in there, and then do the same thing with the smaller one. Turn it over and press down, and then I'm going to glue this one down into this one. I actually have other ones cut out and other ones layered up as well, but I just don't think it really needs it. So I'm not even sure where to put this. Maybe on the corner of the lid. We need room to put your fingers to lift the lid off, so I'll maybe just put it up there and add a couple of little leaves in behind it. So that will go there, and press that in just so that the glue grabs. And then I've got two leaves here, and I'm going to put one in here and one in here. And I think I'll either put a little crystal drop or a little gem or something into the centre of that flower as well. To finish that off, I actually just took a little hole punch and punched a tiny, tiny circle of silver, and I'm going to add it in. Look at the flower now, and then look at the little silver bit in the centre and see what you think. I think that looks really lovely, and it ties it all together. I didn't want to bring another colour in at this stage because I've no other colour in through that. When I finished that one, I thought it might be nice to make another one with sort of Christmas papers, and I like this lovely, a very festive fair Christmas paper that's just been released lately. and it was still on my desk from some samples that I had made. So I went ahead and I made another little box in exactly the same way as I made this one, except that I didn't do the extra die cutting on top to make this pattern. I just used the panels, all the little plain panels the whole way around, and cut them out from that paper pad. And then you can see that I've taken some glitter glue and put it on the top of the little houses. Hopefully you can see that there the whole way around. It's on the roofs all right round there, and it's rather sparkly. And then I've cut out the little house and put it up here. This is from the tree paper here and here. And then when you lift this out, you can see I have debossed this because I wanted you to see what that would look like as well. So that's obviously the top secret one, and then you just push that through here, and I've got the little tree paper on that as well. I think that's really lovely. It's a really lovely little box for putting a Christmas gift in. So when I had done those, that was where I was supposed to stop, but I thought I'd go ahead. I had a little, not much, but I have a little time, so I've cut out 2 of this panel. So that's this one, which is really the decorative panel for the outside edge here. That's this one, just that decoration panel. It's not the full panel that makes the whole outside edge. So it's not this one, but it is this one, just to be clear. And I've cut 2 of them out, and then I have cut 2 little strips of card here, and I actually did this last night, so we need to measure it again, but it doesn't have to be exactly the same measurement as mine, just so long as the 2 of them are exactly the same. So this one is 6 centimeters wide by roughly 4.5-ish. That doesn't actually matter too much so long as they're both the same. And then I've scored 1 centimeter in at each side there. So you can see I have glued this panel on so that it's not parallel to that edge, but the top will be parallel to this. So this is sitting at right angles to the top. So it's going straight down here, and you'll know if that's straight if you just check that it is parallel to the top. Then you put the other one on in exactly the same place here. When you fold that over, you'll know it's in the right place if those both line up there. And then I'm going to put the other one on here, and I need a little bit of glue just to do that. And this one's going on in the same place over on the other side there. So you can just fold this over. You'll know it's going to be in the right place when you put it in here, just like that. We're going to put some glue down here as well. And then if you fold this over and that lays flat, you can flatten that one down like that, bring it back the other way, just double check everything's in the right place. So it's going to go either way there, and then it sits up like this. So that's how it should look, but you want it to fold flat for postage as well. And that's the basics of a little planter that I'm going to make. And now I'm just going to cut another couple of little strips to go in here, and then die cut some of the flowers, and then I'll decorate this panel as well. I've cut 2 little strips then, and these are 7.5 centimeters wide because this distance here is 5.5, and I wanted to add a centimeter on each side so that I could fold it back into that little shape there. And I've done that twice. They are about 2.5 centimeters deep, but that doesn't really matter so long as they're not deeper than this. And I'm going to glue one of these directly onto the back there, just like this. So I'm going to pop that in this way, there, and attach that right flush up against the sides there, here. And then this one is going to get glue on here and here. And I'm going to do the opposite way around here. So this is just going to go right up against the back here. Now that then will leave me 2 little places that I can add little stems or little flowers or whatever. I'm just going to make sure that I have those glued and held in place properly, so I'll just hold them together. You could put pegs on them or something down in between, but you just want to be sure that those are properly held in place first of all before you go ahead and start to add the little flowers. I've decorated this little planter with some of the little flowers just cut from the ivory card that I've made this from, and a couple of little leaves in there, and then I put glue in the middle and added some glitter into that for a really sparkly effect on there. And now I want to add some little flowers in here. So what I've done is I've just gone ahead and made the little flowers up in the same way as I've made this, except I've put crystal drops into the center of these, And I've just put little strips of card. Now you could use acetate if you want, but card or acetate. And I have not even measured them. I've just made sure that they don't show up from behind there. And I've got several of them made. I've got several leaves cut out. And at this stage, I'm not even sure how many I need. So all I'm going to do is probably take this one first of all, because that's darker and it'll stand out more. I'm going to glue that onto the back panel there, and then I'll go from there and work out exactly where I need the rest of them. And I can just snip the little this little piece here off at whatever height I want as I'm going through this here, just to sort of stagger the little lengths of those. But that's just how I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that one will go on there first of all, just as a kind of guide for where the rest of them should go. And after I get these glued in, then I will I'll just sort of fiddle about with this for a minute or two and decide where all these little flowers should go, what length these should be, and all the rest of it. And then I'll add the leaves in at the end of that. There we are. That's all the little flowers in place, and you can see there that it falls flatish, because I've actually made the flowers dimensional, because I've added 2 layers on, and I've sort of shaped them with an embossing tool. But you can make that as flat as you like or whatever, but it's still fairly flat enough to go into an envelope anyway, as you can see there. So I hope you've enjoyed all of that. I started off really just going to make this, and then I went on to make this, and then a little brainstorm, and I had this as well. So let me know in the comments down below if you still like this kind of thing where I'm adding extra sort of ideas onto the die sets. I don't always have time to do that anymore, as you probably know. I've got lots of other things going on, but every now and again when I get time, I like to sort of fit something else in. But I thought that was a really, really beautiful little Christmas box there. And yeah, top secret, that's nice in it as well. So thank you very, very much for watching, and don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, I'd really, really love you to do that. Just if you're enjoying the videos, of course. If you are enjoying them, give me a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment, because I always like to hear from you. And sometimes it takes me a little while to get back, but I do read all the comments, and I do try my best to reply to all of them. I do really appreciate everybody who takes the time to do that. My affiliate links for everything that I use will be down below in the description, and there will be more photographs at the end of the video, so don't go yet. Hold on and have a little look at those as well. Thank you very, very much in the meantime. Happy crafting. Bye bye.